When using external AWACS mode in SRS, it does not save your frequencies that you have set up, so the next time you connect to the server, they are reset to default and you have to keep setting them up every time. So I've created this program to help create presets for different servers, and I want to show you how that works. When you first launch it, it's going to ask if you want to install a template. I'm not going to for this example, but if you want to, you can always click the button here to install it. So the first thing we're going to do is select the SRS installation. And now this is the interface where you enter all of your radio information, the name, the frequencies, the guard channels. You can select the default volume and all the other extra options that you can choose by default in SRS. So for this example, I'm going to put in some information for the gray flag server that may or may not be accurate, but it'll work for the purposes of this demonstration. So we'll first give it a name, enter the frequency, and set up the guard channel, which is what the second frequency is. And we'll set its default volume to about 50%. Universal ATC. And we'll give that the name gray flag and save a new preset, and that'll add it to the list over here. And when you want to load this to SRS, because you want a GCI on the gray flag server, just set the SRS settings to this preset. You'll get a confirmation. And now when you connect to external AWACS mode, your radios are all set up. And if you disconnect, they are still there, because these are now the default settings for SRS. So now what we can do is set up another server. So for this example, I'll use some information relevant to Hoggit that again may or may not be accurate. So we'll clear the input and set up the next channels. We'll name that one Hoggit, save it as a new preset, and if you leave anything blank, it'll fill in any missing information. SRS needs a minimum amount to run properly. So now, if we wanted to GCI on the Hoggit server, we could load those settings to SRS, and when we connect, our radios will be set up for Hoggit. And if we want to go back to gray flag, we'll just load the gray flag preset, set SRS to this preset, and there are our radios. And if you decide you don't like the program, all you have to do is delete these 3 files. I would recommend creating a new preset. Here you can load the SRS default settings and save those. And now, the next time you launch SRS, you will have the default settings again. If you want to make any changes to your presets, you can select them from the drop-down list and just edit the names. So for example, new radio. Check the allow overwriting box and save and overwrite the preset. That's just kind of a measure to make sure you don't accidentally overwrite the wrong file. And you can also delete these presets. Same thing, allow the deletion, click delete, and that preset is gone. It will also prevent you from accidentally overwriting one of your presets. So if you try to name one as gray flag, you won't be able to save that preset. You'll have to save it as something else.